Hey everyone, it's Jeremy J. Up in here in this nature, bringing back some ghetto talk there, the up in here. Today's video is about having little to no stress in your life. And this is coming from someone who had an exorbitant amount of stress last year. Stress levels were off the chart. What is stress? Well, stress is simply the heart pounding feeling of worry about something, that something may not happen a certain way, or that you're going to lose something, or that something you're working for is not going to work out the way you want it to. At its most simple level, stress is simply something happening in a way that you don't want. That's it. Like, so things that follow that will make you stressed out. Like if you work a job and you're stressed out about, you don't know if you're going to have that job, and you think there's a chance you'll get laid off or fired, and you don't want that to happen, you're going to be stressed. If you have a bunch of projects at work that have a deadline and you don't feel like they're going to get done in time, you're going to be stressed. Applies to a lot of different areas. Your finances, if you don't think you have enough money to what you think you should have, you'll be stressed. Your relationships, if you don't feel like they're going how you want, you'll be stressed. So you can examine your life and see all the things that aren't how you want, and there's probably some stress there, is there not? Unless you've watched this video already or done some techniques to combat that, you're probably going to be stressed out. And stress is no fun. To me, stress is simply built up energy in your body that's like just tight and anxious and frustrated and sometimes angry. All this is stress. And so the number one way that you can combat stress and have little to no stress in your life is something I discovered by being out on my own, actually. And it's the number 2 life philosophy of the 5 powerful life philosophies. And that powerful philosophy is be detached to be at peace. I'm going to expound on this a little bit for you, because it's not, there's more underneath this to have a low stress. So what does being detached mean? It means you don't give a damn, right? You don't care about anything, so therefore you just live your life happy-go-lucky, no challenges whatsoever. That's not what it means, actually. When I talk about being detached to be at peace, it means you are detached from the needing of an outcome to be a certain way. That's what being detached means. It doesn't mean you don't care. It doesn't mean you don't help people or strive for things. But it means that if something doesn't happen a certain way, your energy, your flow remains constant, regardless of if you get this or not, or someone does this or they don't, or it's really powerful. When you are truly detached, people can flake on you and you don't, it doesn't matter. Someone doesn't call you back, it doesn't matter. You didn't get this job you were trying to get, it doesn't matter. Paradoxically, when you are detached and you're in situations, people see a relaxed energy about you. They see a calmness and a centeredness, and that drives interest and intrigue, because your lack of hunger will be attractive in all your situations, because people will feel your strength, they'll feel your energy. And you might be wondering, well, how do I get there? How do I just detach like that so that I can have no stress? I have an answer for you. And the answer is to first put yourself in situations that address your stress. Are you worried about getting rejected when you apply for new jobs? Go apply for 10 new jobs. Just go and and fudge it up, and don't get called back, and see how it doesn't matter, see how it's no big deal. Then put yourself in these situations. Go out and talk to people Go talk to random people in malls and on the street. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to just go talk to people I've never met before. And let the people who don't want to talk to you just pass you by. And say to yourself, interesting, cool. Like, even though you may feel like you're rejected, respond with your dialogue in your head, like forcefully say, that's cool, all right, and move on. And keep your demeanor the same way. And apply this to all situations. You may be having an argument with your spouse, for instance, and say, well, wait a minute. And if you're getting stressed out about it or tense about it, say, wait a minute. I'm not stressed about this. I'm not tense about this. It's really, in the grand scheme of things, probably what I'm arguing about not as important as I think it is. And detach yourself from the outcome you're trying to achieve. When you do this, you will draw situations to you. It's uncanny. Like, I actually don't have a good explanation for this part. But when you're truly detached, the moments I've been truly detached are when situations flow into my life. Situations and people just flow into my life. And you would think that you have to really want something to get it. But for me, it's been the opposite. The times where I'm detached and I'm like, well, this is cool, but I'm not thinking about getting anything. Paradoxically, that situation works out for me. And this has been especially true as I've been out on my own and meeting people. Every single time, when I'm detached and I'm not worried, oh, wow, I wonder what will happen with this person, or thinking about some kind of outcome, that things just work out. Like, I don't even necessarily agree with that. Part of me thinks that the person who's striving the most for something should be able to get it. But I found this, at least in my life, not to be true. And it's created less stress and created more opportunity. And I kind of just shrug my shoulders at this. Like, why would being detached and being indifferent, not indifferent in the sense that I don't give a damn, but indifferent in the sense that people can see that I'm not attached to an outcome, why would that create opportunities for me? Is there some kind of energy that creates? Is there some kind of flow that people just pick up on? Could be a number of these things. But I'm telling you, the way for you to have little to no stress is to be detached from outcomes. It is the number one way to have little to no stress. I'm not worried about keeping my job. I'm not worried about my health even. I exercise and I eat well and I meditate and I do all these things. I take supplements. But in the end, I'm not stressing out over my health. I'm not stressing out over if some girl or woman likes me. I used to, actually. I don't anymore. I just let the flow of life be the flow of life. And when I'm out and I talk to people, and however it goes, I just say that's how things are right now. Based on the person I am, this is what I'm able to cause to happen. And it's an acceptance. This quote is crucial. Inner peace comes from an acceptance of reality regardless of how you want it to be. That quote has served me so well in having little to no stress in my life. It really has. So, for you to have little to no stress, be detached, to be at peace, and you achieve this through putting yourself in situations against your stress and inner dialoguing with yourself and saying, it's okay, whatever happens, happens. You've heard that quote before? The whatever happens, happens quote. Just say that to yourself, whatever situation you're in. Just say that to yourself. Whatever happens, happens. And smile. It really works well. And then inner peace comes from an acceptance of reality, regardless of how you want it to be. Recite that. Understand it. You are simply a boat in the vast ocean of life. And the waves and wind are going to do things to you. And all you can do is adjust your sails, repair your hull, maybe build a better boat. But in the end, you are a participant in this thing called life, riding the wave, and just accept the things that happen. Just say, it just is. It just is. You do these things, you'll start to have little to no stress in your life through this conscious choice of just being an observant participant in life with a smile. And then I know you can do it. You'll have little to no stress. People will see it, and you'll attract more into your life paradoxically in this way. This is Jeremy J saying thank you so much for listening. We'll see you in the next video.